Hey everybody, glad to have you in this week's video training. This week I actually decided to break down the video training into several weeks worth of content just so that this training isn't as laboriously long as the lead generation training was. I thank you all for your wonderful comments about the video. Uh, and so hopefully you get just as much out of this one or more. Now we're going to be going over some awesome content in regards to your business and why you should make sure your business is mobilized. And so let me give you an idea of what we're going to cover, and this will probably take 3 weeks to cover. Let me give you an idea of what we're going to cover across the next several weeks, starting today. First, we're going to go over into some benefits of making sure your business is mobile ready, as well as some really startling facts about where mobile is headed. You're actually going to love that. From there, we'll talk a little bit about why a lot of businesses have yet to go mobile, followed by some common myths about mobilization. Each week, I'll also go over some FAQs that'll help you to take action in terms of mobilizing your business today. So grab a pen and paper, write down any questions you have. Feel free to post them below the video discussion inside the group or send them to me privately. Okay? So, hey, I know your time is valuable, mine is too. So let's jump right in. Now, let me ask you something. Which of these two websites would you rather view on your smartphone? Assuming you have a smartphone. If not, put yourself in your customer's shoes and think about it from their perspective. If you guess the one on the left, well, you're wrong, okay? It's pretty obvious that the website on the right is easier to view and navigate opposed to the small content on the website on the left. Now, it's been proven that your customers will leave your website within 30 seconds if they cannot easily find what they're looking for. Now, mobile optimized websites are made to fit on any mobile device. They're simple looking sites with not a whole lot of graphics, but with easy to see icons and text. Okay, so now let's move on to why you should mobilize your website. Now, first of all, more and more businesses are starting to jump on the bandwagon of making sure they have a mobile version of their site. In this case, it's a great example of the early bird gets the worm. Now, when somebody's searching for, a roofer or a restaurant or a plumber, whatever your niche is in your local city, whose website's going to stand out? The one that's impossible to navigate, or the one with easy navigation and simple calls to action? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's the one that's easy to navigate with a simple call to action. Now, another thing to take into account is that more and more people are accessing the internet through their mobile devices, whether it's from their smartphone or a tablet. The main thing to understand here is that it's only going to become more and more important to make sure you have a mobile version of your website. By 2014, actually, Wi Fi access is going to overtake fixed internet access. In fact, it's on pace to happen a little sooner than that. Now, you don't want to be the person left behind in this scenario. With more and more of your customers using their smartphones to look for service providers in your local area, it only makes sense to make sure that you do everything on your end to make your business the obvious choice for them to work with. Now, I don't recommend waiting for your competitors before you jump in. Get in before they do, and you're going to benefit from those mobile searches, guaranteed. Now, another reason you need to make sure your business is mobilized is because one half of all local searches, roughly 35% to one half, are done from a mobile device. Meaning, your customers, the ones that actually matter to you, are actively searching for local businesses to work with. Plus, when somebody does a local search, they are usually a hot lead and they're looking to have their problem fixed now. Think about it. When's the last time you looked for a local dentist so you can be ready 5 months from now when you decide to move forward and go to the dentist? I mean, I don't know about you. If you have pain in your tooth, you want to get that problem fixed as soon as possible. Now, before we next week, like I said, we're going to move on to the benefits of a mobile website. But let's talk about one other cool feature that in itself makes a mobile website worthwhile, which could be considered a benefit too. There's a function that only works with mobile optimized websites. It's called click to call or tap to call. Now, when somebody goes to your site, there's going to be a large icon that says tap to call or click to call. When that icon is clicked or tapped, your number is automatically dialed, making it easy for your customer to get more information about your services or to buy. Now, I hope you see the power in that because it's super powerful. Your normal website does not have that functionality, and you can't do that from a normal desktop computer. That feature in itself makes a mobile optimized website a must have. Now, it's hard enough having a clear call to action on your standard website, which actually gets your users to take a particular action. But with a simple click of a button on their smartphone, they can be in contact with you in a matter of seconds. Now, let's go over some frequently asked questions. Like I said, I'm going to be going over this portion every week in this series. Now, the first thing I get asked all the time is, where can I get a mobile website? You can use a mobile builder online like mobdis.com, wapple.net, or doodlemobile.com. You want to be sure to write those down. I am going to include clickable links below the video, both on YouTube and inside of the group discussion area, but be sure to write those down too for future reference. That's mobdis.com, wapple.net, and doodlemobile.com. Those are a few really good options if you're techie or if you'd rather learn how to do it yourself. Of course, if you just want a professional one set up within a day, you can always contact me and I can go ahead and get that set up for you as soon as possible. I've actually created a special deal for members of this LinkedIn group only, where you get 50% discount. So you're not going to pay nearly as much what we would charge folks outside this LinkedIn group to pay. But all right, let's get on to the next frequently asked question that I often get here. The next one is, aren't mobile websites expensive? Well, the short answer is no, because a lot of site builders, if that's the route you choose to go, they only charge a low monthly hosting fee. Now, other service providers, oops, sorry about that. Other service providers like myself only charge a low one-time fee and no monthly fee. We used to charge a monthly fee because we have a pretty sophisticated management system on the back end that manages, our clients' coupons and allows us to make changes quickly without having to upload a bunch of files to their server. But we decided to get rid of that monthly fee for the time being, and that monthly fee certainly doesn't apply to members of this LinkedIn group either. So you can choose, again, you can choose to go the route of a site builder like the ones I mentioned earlier, or you can choose someone like myself where we just charge a low one-time fee. There are a couple of variables that come into pricing a mobile site, but the main variable is the size of the site. One thing I can guarantee you though is that your mobile website will only be a fraction of what you pay for your regular website. Again, if you want more details about this, or if you like a quote, just feel free to send me a message via LinkedIn or shoot me an email, okay? All right, so I want to thank you for tuning into this video. Next week, we're going to get into the second part of this series on making sure that your website or your business is mobilized. But again, if you have any questions, you want to talk about this privately, you can post them either below the discussion or privately just send me a message. Okay, so hey, you guys have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week next week, and I'll see you in the next video.